Grand Rising. Grand Rising, everybody. Okay. First, I'm going to channel, and then I will open. Hi, Spiwe. First, I'm going to channel, and then I'll open for the guests to join. Yes, that's it. There we go. Spiwe, today my goal, I want you guys, all of you, to send a heart me. I'm waiting for that heart me. We are creating a tribe. From today onwards, nobody is living this life without sending a heart me. Let's create a tribe together, okay? So yeah, today let's talk about, hi Spiwe. Today let's talk about believing in thyself, believing in yourself. The impacts of believing in yourself, what it does, the benefits, and all that. So first I'm going to channel, and then I'm going to invite you guys to either bring forth testimonies or elaborate on what I will say, or maybe sorry guys, I have an intern troubling tampering with my phone. Hey, no, out. Sorry everybody. Okay, so let's begin. I have an intern is underneath my table, tampering with my stand. It's a whole mess. Okay, thank you Spirit for the gift. Also, I don't mind a heart me. Let's create a tribe. Thank you everybody. Okay, so yes, and tap the screen. Okay, so today I want us to talk about believing in thyself. Okay, it's not a recent discovery. It's something I've always known. It's something I know, and I will know for a fact to be true until the end of time. Sorry guys. Sorry. My intern is... Sorry guys. Oh, okay. I have an intern. I'm a mess. I have a 17-month-old intern, and he is messing with my style. He's cramping my style. Okay, so yes. Today I want us to talk about believing in thyself. So when you believe in yourself, like everything and anything is possible. Literally everything is possible. Be it your healing, be it your goals, be it your missions, your visions, and anything to do with life. Literally anything to do with life is possible. There is this thing called, I'll just give out like four. Yeah, let's make it four. I'll make 4 examples of people who believed in themselves and literally performed miracles just because they believed in themselves. I want you guys to know that believing in yourself is the ultimate vision of humanity. Nobody, I repeat, nobody will come to you and hand a miracle on a silver platter. What if you believe in Christianity? There is this story of the children of Israel receiving a manna from heaven. Believe me, that manna didn't fall from heaven just because it was an abstract miracle. No, it's because they believed. They believed that it was possible. They believed that they deserved that manna. If you believe that you deserve something, and you believe that it's possible, and you believe that the universe is on your side, you will receive it no matter how much the odds are against you. So yes, there's this thing called the placebo effect. Mostly it works on people with depression, anxieties, headaches, chronic pain. In fact, it's a whole wide range of illnesses and disorders. It works. And it's been a study. It's been conducted. The study has been conducted. People were given sugar pills. By sugar pills, I mean pills without any effect. It's just a pill. It's sugar crystallized into a form of a pill. So basically, you just take it in sugar, right? So they were given sugar pills, and it worked. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds again. Okay, so sorry again, guys. So you're basically ingesting sugar. So they took these sugar pills, and in every study, in every cohort they gathered, more than 50% of people were healed from this sugar pill, which tells us that if you tell your body, if you give your body enough belief that this thing would work, you will get healed. You will receive that miracle. You will, and it will happen. So that's evidence number one. These people were given a pill without any chemicals added to it, without any remedies or what you call additives added to it. Nothing. These people got healed just because they believed that this thing is going to help them, this thing is going to work, and it worked. That's the power of belief. Power of belief that whatever you have done will work. Power of belief that your body is capable of healing itself. Power of belief that it will. Right? It's the power of it will. And this thing you can incorporate it in every and any sphere of your life. If you want that job, believe that you deserve it. Believe that if you apply right now, it will come to you with positive results. Believe that if I do this, this will be the outcome. Once you start doubting, that's when it doesn't work. That's when it doesn't happen. I'll give another example. I don't know if you've watched this movie called Onward. It's just this movie, or it's the movie of two boys. Their father passed on and left them with a secret spell book. In this book, there's a road which you connect, and with the power of belief, it then turns into a magical wand. So this boy was asked to cross this. It was a canyon, a very deep canyon. So he was supposed to cross it using the power of belief. So his brother tied a rope around his, why is my connection like this? He tied a rope around his the younger brother's waist, and then encouraged him to cross. And while he was in the middle of the canyon, imagine a canyon, how deep it is, endless pit. He was in the middle of that canyon, crossing through this invisible bridge, because he had to create an invisible bridge using his belief, using his mindset. And when, just for a brief second, if and when he stops believing, then he was gonna fall. So this boy was trusting in this rope that, okay, my brother's got me. There's this rope around my waist, and my older brother has got me. So if I just believe, if I focus on believing in myself, focus that I can create this invisible bridge and cross over the canyon onto the other side, I will be safe because my brother has got this rope. Right, so he just he kept on crossing this canyon on his bridge of belief, and when he was halfway there, the rope just untangled. It slipped off his waist, and he was just walking solely on belief. So he asked, "Brother, you still got me, right?" He's not looking; he's just facing forward, and the brother is at the back, and he's walking forward. "Brother, you still got me, right?" And the brother said, yes, I still got you. Yes, the rope is still intact, lying through his teeth. But then, when he got to the other side, just one step onto the other side, he realized that the rope is no longer around his waist. Then he was like, oh no! The moment he stopped believing in himself, the invisible bridge collapsed. He almost fell into the canyon. Luckily, that was his last step, so he was able to hold on onto the other side of the canyon bank. What's the point here? The point here is, with belief, you can do anything. You may have these hopes, these materialistic thing that, okay, you know what, I have a car, so I'm safe. Anytime there's an emergency, I can use my car and go to the hospital, right? That's just a lifeline. It's a placeholder. Just like the rope with these two brothers. You say that, oh, you know what, I have blankets, so I won't die of cold. You know what, I have food in my refrigerator, so I won't die of starvation. But those are only placeholders. You need to believe in yourself, believe in your body that it is capable of holding you on, of holding you up, of holding you within and without. You know that these placeholders, your car, your blankets, your food in the refrigerator, if and when they disappear and you don't believe in yourself, do you know that you will die along with them? But if you believe that your body's got you, your higher self's got you, even without these placeholders, you will survive miraculously. You know that even if you can have an emergency without your car, your neighbor can miraculously come by and be like, oh, I was just here to check on you. And you're like, oh my God, you're right on time. I needed help. That's the power of belief. Believing in yourself will perform miracles in this world, and anything and everything will. It will. Everything will, just because you believed, through the power of belief. That other example is Stephen Hawkins. I wrote down the examples because I need you guys to understand that the power of belief is real. The power of belief is real. Stephen Hawkins was diagnosed at age 20 or 21. I don't know. I've forgotten the age at which he was diagnosed with this physical threatening illness. He was given only 2 years to live. But then Stephen Hawkins said, to hell with that. I don't believe in that. I believe that I am genius enough to sustain myself. The whole thing, the whole body, the whole structure, the whole matrix is intact because of the mind. The power of the mind, the power of belief, the power of knowing. He said that my mind will take me through. He lived into his, is it 80s or 70s? I don't know. Correct me, we're going to discuss this further. But then he believed that, no, my body is not in control, but my mind is. And the beliefs is where? Is in the mind. It's the power of knowing, right? So he believed that I can do this. So he put together things, scientific studies and all that, just to keep him going. His mind, his brain literally kept him alive for all these decades. After he was diagnosed and given a verdict that he was going to live for the next 2 years, and it's over for him. But he lived decades and decades later because he believed. He believed that his mind would carry him through. He believed that his body was not in control. If my body is failing, then take over mind. If my mind is failing, then take over heart. If my heart and mind is failing, then take over gut. Whatever is still intact should take over, and you should believe 100% without any doubt that it will carry you through. But if you start doubting, even a slightest amount of doubt would eliminate the whole system. The whole system will come crumbling down. Without belief, nothing will. But with belief, it will. Please type that. Type that. Anybody who's watching right now, type that. With belief, it will. And without belief, it won't. So the last example will be Oprah and Usher. I think you know these two people. Oprah started her whole empire. Her whole empire was created from the fact that she was told that she's too emotional. Right? So her being too emotional, she alchemized that into saying, okay, if everybody is saying that I'm too emotional, I'm going to use that to build an empire. Today, Oprah is one of the most leading philanthropists in the world because she turned her emotions into philanthropy. She turned her emotions into flash gold. Let's meet it. I can't see what it is, but if you guys can see it, then just help me achieve this goal. Okay, so Oprah turned her whole empire. She created her empire through her emotions. She was told that she was too emotional, so she said, "Okay, since I'm too emotional, how can I create value from these emotions?" The power of belief. That okay, in as much as people feel like, in as much as society feels like this is a flaw, I'm going to create something out of this flaw. Powerful. Imagine that. Imagine that. And the same applies with Asha. Asha, this fitness coach. I don't know if you guys know her, but then if you don't, go look her up. Sasha had was bullied for her body. All right. What is it called? Body shaming. Yes, she was body shamed. So she was trying to fix her body because also she felt like her body wasn't what she wanted, so she tried to fix her body, and in the process of doing that, people actually ended up joining her mission. She was recognized through her consistency in trying to build or fix her body, and today she's one of the leading fitness coaches. Most fitness coaches look up to her. They benchmark their work in line with Asha's work, all in the name of fixing her body shaming. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Even I, myself included, the power of belief. I had a lot things going on. I had a lot of adversities, a lot of curveballs and hurdles in my path. But because I believed that I was going to get through, I did. And if and when I, by any chance or in any second, had any doubt, I wouldn't have made it. I would have died, or I would have tripped and gone crazy. But because I believed that I was gonna go through, I did. The power of belief. With belief, everything and anything will. So, ship in that parcel, apply for that job, go for whatever you want to create what you want to create, do what you want to do. Just do it with belief, and it will. Do it with belief, and it will. The power of belief is the most powerful thing in the world, because everything, the matrix, the collective consciousness is put together because human beings believe in something. You believe in something and it will. It's all in the head. Stephen Hawkins is proof enough that everything is all in the head. The head will build you, and the same head will break you. So use your head wisely. Use your head for your own benefit. Is anybody hearing? Is anybody listening? So now I'm going to open for you guys to join. I'm opening up for guests. Let's talk about this. Whether you want to bring forth testimonials as to how belief worked for you, or maybe you want to disagree with us, obviously with facts included, or maybe you want to elaborate. So join. Let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about the power of belief. Or maybe you just want to say anything. Yes, we're here to listen. So yeah, tap the screen. Encourage people to come join by sharing the live. Let's talk about the power of belief. Right. And also, if you're interested in buying the earrings or learning how to make them, search for Beacon of Light Craft on every social media platform. And excuse me, you either buy them, I'll hear from you, or sorry guys, just if you want to join, just request. I'll be back just now. I'm trying to share the live. Also, you guys, I'm encouraging you to tap the screen and share the live. Hi, Spiwe. Spiwe, are you there? All right. How are you? Hi. Yes, talking about the power of belief. As I've said, that belief Belief is everything. Belief will build you. Belief will, if you believe, it will. So the mind will build you. The mind will destroy you. So choose wisely. Use the mind for your good. So yes, hi, Pure. What do you have to say about that? Any words of encouragement? You want to disagree? You want to aid? We're listening. I'll mute myself and listen. Spewer, are you there? Oh, okay. Hi, Hoba Joe. Hi, Luxolo Bzimeli. Hi, Date TPN. We are talking
Hello.
about the belief. That belief, in fact, that everything is all in your head. Belief can either, your head, in fact, your brain can either build you, and your brain can also destroy you. So, what's your take on that? I just want to mute myself so that anybody could take up the topic, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, or you want to elaborate on it. I'm listening.
I guess it's just me.
Exactly, Hobo. It takes two to tango. Well, more than enough. So yes, I'm listening,
Okay.
Hobo. Yes, yes.
Oh, I said okay.
Uh-huh. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about the power of belief, that it's all in your head. Your mind would build you and your mind would destroy you. What's your take?
I can't disagree with you about that. Honestly.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me just a minute. Excuse me just a minute. I got
Oh,
to clear my throat.
perfect, perfect. It's okay. I'm here. Take your time. Hi, PK. Hi, Ellen. Hi, hi. Hi, Andile Talita. Hi, PK. You can request to join. We're talking about the power of belief. What are your thoughts about this? Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe that your mind is your powerhouse? Your mind is what will bring forth the miracles you feel like you deserve, and it's the same tool that may destroy you. What's your take on that?
Well, I would too many things can grant power, and when it comes to power, you got to be very, very careful. Some people have power gifted to them and are unaware, and then there's people who are aware of that gift of power, and then they use it badly. The only clean use for power is when it's gifted to you, is to use it to get to do better for others, not yourself. It'll work back against you. And yeah, so uh, yeah, sorry. That's where that thought went for me.
So, in short, you're agreeing with us that it's all in your mind. So, if you use your mind for good, which means in line with benefit for other people, then that's what what you call the good works of your power.
Well, I guess it was
Am I
just a
right?
basically understanding, but yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it logically, if you're looking at spirituality, if you're seeking spirituality, that's one thing. If you're
True.
if you're if you're happy for a religion to give you something that you think you're missing, then I'm happy for you. Uh,
Mm,
and if that's
true.
fulfilling
True.
your life from your perspective, then that brings more positive energy into the world than negative. So I'm not gonna poo-paw on religions here. I just haven't found a label that really fits me. So
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, I feel you. Same here. Same here, Hobo Joe. Okay, okay, with me, I'm still finding my path, just like you. I diverted from religion. I don't want to lie. I admit it was out of anger. I was just angry that I have been indoctrinated and channeled for so long to an extent that I almost lost myself. In fact, not even almost. I lost myself in the process of it all. So I then decided to say, you know what? Let me just find my path out of anger, and I'm glad I did because as I moved along my path, I found myself. I found what aligns with me in line with the universe. And today's topic aligns perfectly with me because I've discovered that the power of the brain is what is. If I believe right now that you know what, I'm going to eat this meal, simple cereal, simple oatmeal. And then I tell myself that you know what, when I eat this meal right now, it will heal this headache. I'm not advising anybody to do this. Again, disclaimer, I'm not advising anybody to do this. If you believe in your panado or whatever feels right with you, please use it. Please use that. But I'm saying that according to me, personally, if I take something as simple as oatmeal and tell it, instruct it to go and heal my head, it will, because I told my mind that this oatmeal right now will be my painkiller, and it will work. It will work wonders and cleanse me. So I feel like in my journey, in my path, I realized that you know what, I am my own healer. My body was given to me by source, the creator, God, whatever you choose to call it, to heal itself. It knows what it wants. It doesn't need any external chemicals or medication or whatever you call to heal itself. To heal, it can heal itself. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I've practiced self healing and the power of the mind. I've practiced it. I'm not gonna duck from you on that topic.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, a lot of physical healing can come from yoga, and a lot of physical healing from just being able to feel where you need to adjust your body. Those awarenesses are powerful too, and the power over mind. And I mean, it's a practice for sure. And if you're getting good at it, then I'm sure you know what I mean. That's impressive.
Yeah, true. Yoga, you touched on yoga. That's another thing that helped. Can you share something? Can you share a bit? In fact, can you guys? Okay, we've got Spew and Hobo here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Amalupi K. Hi, Zo and Toes. Hi, everybody. We have Hobo and Spew. You're free to join also. Can you guys just share what has worked for you? Whether it's in line with religion or outside of religion, I really don't care. I am pro spirituality. I'm pro whatever you believe in. I just want to hear what worked for you guys in line with maybe healing, but it should be in line with power of the mind, power of belief. Go go go.
Um, well, I'm kind of occupying the time. I'd like to hear the
Uh
gentleman
huh.
above me.
Okay, Spew, go go go. Spew, are you there? Spew, are you there?
Hello.
Oh, okay. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I think my network is bad. Maybe there's a delay.
Okay, but we can hear you.
But yeah,
I'm hearing you fine.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So
Same
so
here.
you were asking what has worked. Okay. So I will be honest and say that whatever has worked is what I said it worked. So
Mm,
Ooh.
yeah. So I did go to
nice.
church. I did do some other things other than church, like your manifestations, your yeah, a lot of other things. And I do have a little bit of a background with traditional practices due to what I grew up
That's
with,
nice.
watching from my parents and the relatives. Yeah, so but I did see that all of those things worked because people put their hopes in them, because people believed they do work, and whatever you believe that it works, you
You manifest
in
it.
a way you do become uh, somebody who would also defend it whenever it seemed to not to be working. So you always, in a way, find some excuses for it and say, maybe I didn't pray enough, maybe I didn't do my intentions right,
Yeah,
maybe yeah, maybe I didn't fast
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So you seem to always find some excuse for it.
Excuse or reason. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's what I keep finding. I keep finding that same thing, And legit, my man, for real. I'm just agreeing with you.
True. True, I also agree. Zoe Toes is saying, I also use home remedies to alleviate common sicknesses because I believe God created nature to heal. Ooh, powerful. That's powerful. I also believe in that. But Zoe Toes, Sipua just raised something very powerful here, and Hobo Joe agreed with him that sometimes we believe that this thing would work, and then when it doesn't work, we always bring forth an excuse for that. Oh, maybe I didn't do it right. And in line with your home remedies, you may say that maybe I overdosed, or maybe I used
I,
too
I
little
didn't
of
I
it,
didn't
or
have
maybe
enough
I didn't
faith.
use it right. Is that a thing?
Yes, I didn't have enough faith. I didn't believe hard enough. I didn't spend enough time with those kids at the youth group. I could have done more. I should have done more. I love faith. I do. I do. It's a beautiful power. It's so just uh, abused.
True, true. That's what I think too. Right now, you've just opened up my mind that it's possible that maybe. But okay, wait. Let's talk about this. How about the moment whereby it works? For example, let's say that I'm making an example. I'm not saying that this was real or it actually happened. I'm just saying that let's say I apply for this job I don't qualify for maybe for a CEO, to be a CEO, a company CEO, and then I'm actually accepted for the job because I believed 100% believed in it. What's that?
Um, it's the same thing like what you hear people like many people contribute power of positive energy to create to a supreme being. Many, most people on the face of the earth do. Then it's one energy, right?
True, true. Hi, I'm Mhlanganisi. Hi, I'm Mhlanganisi. Today we're talking about the power of belief. That if you put your mind into something, it will work 100%. But then we've just raised something that sometimes it doesn't work, and you make an excuse that, oh, maybe I didn't use it right, right? Blah, 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 blah. What's your take, Mhlanganisi? Welcome, welcome. Zone Toes, you can join if you're free. Hi, Amanda Kotlo. Mhlanganisi, are you there?
Guests know that they can unmute themselves.
Yebo, yebo, sanibona.
Hi, hi.
Ninjani?
Hi, siyaphila Mhlanganisi. I don't know if you, Hobo Joe, do you understand Vernac Zulu?
No.
Okay,
Hayi,
Mhlanganisi. We have Hobo Joe
uzo
here and he's not. Uh-huh.
uzotolika ke nkosazana.
Okay. Okay, Hobo Joe, he's saying that I'll interpret. After he's done, then I'll interpret. Is that okay with you, Hobo Joe?
It's fine, man. It's a beautiful language.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
qhubeka ke Mhlanganisi.
Okay. Sikhuluma ngani ngebelief ukuthi
Yebo,
abanye
ngebelief
abasebenzela
uthi
abanye ayibasebenzeli.
Kuthi vele iliciniso endlela lokuthi iyasebenta and naye ingasebenzi yini lokho sibe sesithi hayi kungukuthi mhlawumbe angenti kahle something siba nje ne-excuse thide ukuthi ayikasebenzi ngani. Don't worry Hobo Joe, I'll interpret.
All right. All right. Qala yini believe? I-believe angithi usuke ukholelwa at something that engekho, or there is nothing that is tangible based on your belief ekhona, like emhlabeni, in the physical realm, if I may put it. So we believe in what we don't know, right? So for you ukuthi lento iphile, firstly you have to have knowledge. You have to have the information which will make knowledge out of it. Then based on that knowledge, then you can believe ukuthi I can do this, or this is possible, you know. So mangabe uzoba ne-belief but mayisingaphumeleli belief yakho, that is simply because i-belief yakho is including ezinye izinto that you are out of control of, yabo, ongeke ukwazi ukuthi wena uzenze ngendlela yakho. Maybe your belief idependele on something else outside you. Uyabona? So kanjalo you cannot be sure komunye umuntu, you understand, ukuthi this is going to be possible. So now you end up uba disappointed and so on. But something oyibelieve kuwe within you, even if you attempt okokuqala, but you still have that hope ukuthi, okay, like it's your first fail will teach you ukuthi, okay, this step doesn't work, uyabo, so let me try another step, uyabo. So kahle kahle believe into kahle kahle engekho. It depends kuwena ukuthi yini, what have you gathered in your mind that makes you believe. We understand? Because believing is just a collective knowledge. We are and then it's up to you at the end to make it, to put it out into existence. We are so same thing. We are believing in God. People believe in God, but God never appeared anywhere. We are and so if abantu they believe in God, some of them when they believe in God izinto ziyabasebenzela angithi. Some of them when they believe in God things do not work out. So lapho, what does this mean? God, it's like umuntu, and idolize power, and idolize you outside of you. That is God. That's an idolized power outside of you for you to believe. You see that there is an external power outside of you. You are everything. Your body on its own is everything. Consists of this negative and positive energy.
My man, you on it. You're on it, my man. You're doing well. Is this let me ask you a question. Is this self-awareness that you've come to this, or is this a practice that has brought you to this enlightenment?
I'll say everything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Me too.
Yeah,
Me too,
because
man.
Learning about myself, I find out that I am everywhere. You see, in the journey of finding myself, I had to look outside, ne? And compare everything outside my body with my body.
And your past.
I can, no, I mean, like, even now in my presence, I can identify my body, my internal body with the outside world. You get what I'm saying? I can identify
Absolutely.
things that are in the sky inside my body. I can identify things that are on this planet inside my body. And I know what to do for me to get whatever I want to do. I understand what I am fully. Maybe along the way I'll learn something new, but now my understanding is like fully blown. Like it's like I don't need anything. It's like I'm done on this planet. I understand fully what needs to be done and what is causing the chaos between people, you know, because everyone, like I mean everyone, even you there, even me, even everyone, we are one. That's a fact. I don't need anyone to say something about that. It's a fact. We are one. No matter how different we may look, no matter what you may think, but the word universe, if we can all work with that word, we will fully understand what we are. And based on your body is not just one, it's a collective energies in one body. That is what is confusing people, because you are a feminine and a masculine at the same time.
Yep.
You understand? Yeah. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
just
No, my man, you're right on
yeah,
point.
yeah. So based on that, even the term as within, so without, as above, so below. You need to
Uh-huh.
analyze that thoroughly. That means your body, as I'm saying, my body, my body, I can identify even the stars inside my body. I can identify the river. I can identify the ocean. I can identify myself, Mina, outside me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying this
Well,
with
you're a
pride.
lot deeper. Your meditation levels are far higher than me, my guy. I mean, you're obviously tuned in way higher than me.
Yeah,
That's
listen, my
you're
brother,
impressive, man.
things do not happen the same in all of us. But at the end of the day, we are all going to the same place. Even the
We all came
reality.
from the same place. We're definitely going back to the
Exactly.
same energy, bro. The same energy, man.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the same
Definitely.
energy is going to return. Yeah, yeah. Energy returns to source, man.
Definitely. Definitely. Now
Yeah, dude. I
we
think it's
just need
awesome that we got to spend this time on this mud rock, this mud ball,
uh-huh.
Yeah, I got to experience this. It's rad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
times, but
It is still going on. Don't stop. There is still a lot. As you are saying, my awakening is a bit more than yours, or you said something like that.
well, your
It's
your
not.
your enlightenment seems much more intuitive. Like you've brought more of it into yourself and more identified with it than I've
Yes,
spent. I haven't
that's
been
true.
disciplined enough, and
That's true, and that is my reason to even enter in this live TikTok thing, is just to spread the word, just to tell people what I have experienced
people
in
aren't ready
my
for
body.
it. People aren't ready for it, brother. People aren't
Some of
ready for
them,
it. Humans are. Humans are ready for that.
yeah,
Okay, people
yes.
aren't. I mean, you're
Oh,
preaching
no.
truth, man. There's one thing we have in common. It's that we're humans.
Yeah, my brother.
That's
You
it.
see,
Yeah, everything else is fluff.
where are you based? Where do you live?
Right now, I'm in Idaho, America.
America.
Yeah,
Oh, all
yeah.
right. No problem with that. You see, me, my understanding, I understand that we are one, even with you there in America. Because
This is
you
this
see,
is proof.
as, as I am telling you what I have achieved in my awakening journey, I also know that where things started in this earth and where things ended. Even our um, history is telling us this. Here in Africa, we are the black people, right? and we are the first people to appear in
Beautiful,
the
beautiful.
light. Remember, we appeared in the light. We were already existing in the dark as oneness, as a whole,
Oh.
all of us. And then when we appeared in the light, then
Uh-huh.
things started, being the way that they are here in the physical realm. So even the Bible, it says there is this movement that was done by God. So it's just this appearance from the waters, even the land. It appeared from the ocean. If you can just scrutinize your head properly, the ocean is the heart. To me, ne? The ocean is the heart, the rivers, your veins, blood, whatsoever.
Yeah, I can see
Stars.
that.
Yes, the stars in the sky. Now, when you look up at night, ne, you see darkness, you see the stars, right? And then when you look
Yeah.
up during the day, you see it's just blue and the sun and the clouds, right? So at
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
what does the night represent? The night represents darkness, feminine energy, represents the waters as well. Um, so from the darkness appears a star. Ne? And then that star, I don't know if you have noticed it there in your country. There is a star here in Africa, at least because I'm here in Africa. There's a star that appears before the light in the morning, in the dawn, and then it will go the last after all the other stars. And then in the night, it will also appear before sunset, and then it will disappear maybe around 9 in the night. That star, to me, is the one that is circulating the universe. You understand me? That
Say that
star,
word again. What?
that star,
Speculating?
not speculating, circulating.
Seculating.
Circulating, yes, circulating, going and coming and going, coming and going, coming and going.
Mm.
You understand? It's like a circle.
Yes.
It's like here on this earth. You understand that there is a circulation for water. In fact, for everything there is a circulation. We even doing it now, even on the metals and the plastic and so on. That is a circulation.
Uh-huh.
So these stars,
Absolutely.
my brother. Okay, these stars. To me, now this is all my opinion. It's for you to go and find out, right? These stars, to me, are the ones that's in my body. Let me talk about my body because I like to, when I talk about something and then I refer to my body. In my body, these stars that I'm talking about, it's that oil that is going up and down your spine, that is going through all the chakras. To me, the
The
chakras in the
Kundalini.
sky,
You speak of.
Kundalini oil,
You speak of
yes,
the Kundalini. Yes,
yes,
yes, yes. I'm well aware of the practices of Kundalini. I've invoked Kundalini.
okay. So that oil, to me, it is represented by those stars that I'm talking about. Not all the stars, but the one that I just explained. And then the chakras now is also the what you call the planets that you don't see with your eyes. Those are also chakras, those planets, the Mars and Pluto, whatsoever. In your body, the chakras, listen to me, in your body,
I am.
the chakras, they are your emotion, your nervous system. In the atmosphere on this earth, the chakras are rainbow.
Yes.
Am I making sense or
Yes.
I'm just mumbling?
Yeah, brother. You. All you're doing is confirming. You're confirming everything in my mind and in my heart and spirit, man. No. You're like you're saying you're putting everything that I feel into words, man. That I can't speak.
Yeah, I'm also just trying, my man, because I think, yeah, my
You're doing all
I
right, man. You're doing all right, dude. You're
is
doing all
it,
right,
yeah,
man.
yeah, it's just a lot, and what else you have
It
to keep
is.
in mind is that your physical body, you also have another body that is not visible. That is your soul, we call it. Right. And you have to understand that that soul that you have, it works quite like the opposite. It's like a female version of yourself, your soul. If you are a guy, your soul will be a feminine energy. If you are a girl, your soul will be a masculine energy. And then all together now, the one soul that we all have, which is in the physical form, is this earth that we are on. This earth that we are on,
Oh,
listen to
yeah.
me. This earth that you are
Yeah.
on, also up there in the sky, it's also a heart chakra. You are hearing me. It's also a heart chakra. This earth that you are on. You see now, earth is also a star at the same time. It's just one star. It represents us. We are stars. People, when they combine a female and a male, they produce a star, not a sun. A star is the one that has light and darkness. A star is the one that has both energies, feminine and masculine. A star is the father of the sun and the moon, which represent this earth as well. Is a star, this earth. We are also stars as human, and we also possess this feminine and masculine energy.
That's
Do I
powerful.
carry on?
That's powerful, guys.
Please,
However,
guys, just
guys,
listen. Whatever
okay.
that I'm preaching, please correct me where I'm wrong, please, or where you feel you need more
Mhlanganisi.
enlightenment, because this is my view, and I understand that we don't see the things the same. You understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Yeah. No,
spiritual
Mhlanganisi, I completely.
goggles are on point.
Thank you,
Okay.
sister.
Okay, Hobo Joe and Mhlanganisi. This was very, very insightful. Hobo Joe was the interviewer and Mhlanganisi was the interviewee for a second. Okay, no, I feel like, yeah. Mhlanganisi, this was powerful. Very, very powerful. So, I don't know. Let's
I
welcome
do have a
everybody.
question.
Okay, okay. Hobo Joe, can I give you just after this thing, then you go. That's good.
Yeah, please. Please.
Okay.
Please, yes.
Okay. So okay, let's invite. Oh, smoking last thought the Atlantean. How are you? How are you, everybody? Tula and everybody I'm not seeing here, but then we welcome everybody, all 12 of you. And on our panel we have Pookie and oh my God, is it Sidea? Is it Spanish or English? If it's Spanish, Sidea. If it's American, if it's English, Sidela. If it's Zulu, Qedela. So yes, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. So today we're talking about belief. Is belief all in your head? If you believe enough, do things truly happen? And if they don't, do we then provide excuses that maybe it didn't happen because I didn't do it right? Or maybe there is a reason, as Mhlanganisi has explained, that you may believe in something, but there are lots of what you call it components. Yes, there are a lot of components. Maybe I believe that okay, this teddy bear is soft, but maybe it's soft because it's not frozen, right? And I haven't included the freezing aspect of it. So is it because things don't happen because there are more than one component, or it's because we're just bringing forth excuses? Mhlanganisi has educated us so much about chakras, about as above, so below, as within, so without. I don't know. Pookie, what's your take? Can we do this? Can Pookie submit, and then Hobo Joe can then ask the question? Is that okay? Then after Hobo Joe's question has been answered, Sidea then will go on.
Perfect. Thank you. M. If it's all right, I just would like to ask a question at the beginning of what you started talking about. You were talking about wisdom and knowledge. Where are you at with truth? I find that in my travels, that in my path, that I've been seeking truth and wisdom and truth. Sometimes wisdom and truth I'm not sure which leads, but I found that more often than not, truth is leading, and I find myself in wisdom. Like seeking truth, I find myself in wisdom. Where are you at with truth versus wisdom?
Are you asking me, Mhlanganisi?
I can't say his name. Megan Lisi?
Okay, Mhlanganisi, that's your question. I hope you heard it.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What was the question?
I apologize. Where at the beginning of what you were speaking about, you mentioned knowledge and wisdom. In my experience, truth is what I seek, is what I've been looking for, is what I look for, is what drives me, and I find myself more in wisdom, or wondering if I was wise enough to find the truth. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
so
Okay.
in the seeking of truth, I
Okay.
find myself like locked in wisdoms that aren't
That is
common.
perfect, my brother. It's supposed to happen like that. Remember that you are the truth. You've been looking for yourself, my man. You are
Yes.
the truth. We call it truth iqiniso in isiZulu. It's something that is tightened up for good. You know,
Yeah.
that is what we
I don't think
make.
that can be anything more.
Listen, that is what we make out of our beliefs, the truth. We make the truth out of our beliefs.
I don't know if
So
I don't know if I go along with that.
you've been seeking the truth. You've been seeking the truth, or you've been
Yeah.
seeking wisdom. You are the truth. I'm telling you, you are the truth. You didn't know yourself. You were seeking this
But
because you
beliefs,
didn't understand. Yes, you didn't understand yourself, or you didn't know what you are. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So now,
so
more and more, when finding yourself, you get wisdom, because you get to understand now what you are. You get to be clear in your mind what you are looking for, and no one can take that from you. That's the honest truth, and no one can tell you the truth that is within you, because that's why we are so different. It seems like we are different. It's because we our journey here on this earth are different. You understand? To me, that's what the rainbow is saying. No matter the colors may differ, how the colors may differ, but we are all going to the same place, and we are all one.
you know, I love how you speak, man. I really do. You really put it into context.
Mhm.
And you know, it's funny that in the States there's a movement by the Native American people, and
Yeah,
they're talking about rainbow warriors coming forward. Rainbow warriors coming forward.
that's me.
And there's also a stigma. There's also a stigma of that rainbow flag having to deal with LGBTQTs and all that. And
Okay.
so the political party, there's a lot of diversity with politics involved, and it's hard to bring forward that beautiful message that the rainbow flag represents for the Native Americans here. And I'm not talking about people like myself. I'm talking about the indigenous.
Mm.
I love the symbology of the rainbow. It's beautiful. I've identified with it on this uh, indigenous perspective. Like I've definitely felt like I would be a voice that would want to be heard in that fight. But I'm just one guy, you know. So I just put the energy in the universe for it.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you, my brother. You see, to me, rainbow. I just elaborated it. It's just oneness, my friend. It's just oneness.
Yes.
If
Yes, I love it.
if what you are talking about is based on uniting the whole world, then
Yeah.
it will be a thing of not having someone as to lead the whole country, because
I'm telling you, I'm explaining to you that the same emotion that you put behind rainbow, there's a movement here in the United States representing the same thing. I'm telling you, we're connected in more ways than you think.
okay.
Resonance. I think it's resonance. Here, we're all talking about resonance, that whatever is happening here could manifest in another place. Somebody here said we are one, but in different places. I don't know. Ellipsis is saying something. Can you please join? Ellipsis. So, Hobo Joe and Klanism. Sorry, just give, please, can we give the stage to Pukim? Ellipsis, please
Okay.
join. Please join ellipsis. Yes, Pookie, it's your cue. After Pookie, we invite Sedea. Yes. Ellipsis, please join. Mandy Sankosi, thank you for the gifts, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Also, today the aim is getting at least 10 heart me's. We have 14 people here. Come on, guys. Come on. Heart me. Let's do this. We're forming a tribe here. We're forming a tribe. Let's do this. Okay, Pookie, go. Then Sedea.
Hi guys. Um, my definition of faith and belief, it's more of my own personal experiences and how I've before engaging in faith and belief, I've become a different person, and to show that it's really working, that's the progress that I experienced, right? So for me, okay, people know God in their own way, right? So, but for me, the God that I got to know is, the Christian God, right? Based on the certain experiences that I've encountered. So, for me, even when Abutin Changanisa was talking about wisdom, right? Personally, I don't believe that I'm capable of imparting wisdom on myself, but it's only the higher power that can impart wisdom in me. So I'm just gonna keep it short. So yeah, besides that, it's more than just surface level stuff, like just reading a book and then hearing people telling you the 1, 2, 3 and all that. I have major trust issues, so most of my own beliefs and what I subscribe to, it's not what people told me, but it's based on personal experiences. So I know that there is a God. I used to believe that there was no God, you know. But until when I got older, I started experiencing things that, science couldn't explain. And one thing that I bring to people who don't believe that there's a God is because they usually subscribe to science, right? So how do you then explain someone like me who has dreams and they happen, you know? So how do you then subscribe having a dream of things that are gonna happen in future, things that actually transcend time? So science can't explain that. What science will tell you is, no, your brain is always predicting things, and one way or the other it's gonna predict the right thing that you'll always experience, right? So personally for me, that's where I then started understanding that, you know what, there's actually more to this planet than just surface level things. There's another dimension that we are not aware of. So for me,
May,
yeah,
may I ask a question?
yeah.
Have you found a religion that puts the deity into the idea that you carry in your heart?
Yeah, for me it's the Bible.
Well, so just the Bible is like the beauty of the Bible that brings in, like, you're defining your own God, and the Bible's helping you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't subscribe to like any one particular religion.
I mean, you can say I subscribe to Christianity, but I don't I
But
can't say I'm subscribing to that religion. But for me personally, the Bible, the God that they speak about in the Bible is the God that I've got to, kind of understand and sort of have experiences with.
may I ask another question?
Yes,
Uh, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Let's see. 25. I was an active Mormon when I was 25.
Yes.
I'd been baptized, Christian, born again Christian, baptized Baptist. I've gone to Catholic churches, and I've never had a religion really forced on me either, and have been seeking, a long time. Well, relative. I think you're on a good path of self-discovery. To be real honest, I would avoid calling yourself a Christian. I would hate to put that limitation on your exploration of faith, and allow yourself to understand what it is you're reading, and hopefully expand your library in the future. In the future.
Joe, let me tell you something, right? So, I'm from a royal family here in South Africa, right? So, if you know what goes on like behind closed doors with royal families, there's a lot of spiritual things that happen in there, right? So, part of the reason why I have some of the experiences or some of the spiritual experiences that I have is because of the lineage. The same way, I don't know what they call it in other, like in Zulu or whatever, right? But they will tell you that since your grandmother was a sangoma or your grandmother was a traditional healer, you will have it in you. So I don't know if I should say it's part of my lineage, but because I have a lineage that has those kind of things, I personally do experience spiritual things, right? And when you say I shouldn't limit myself, you're actually right. So I don't go to church. I don't subscribe to church because there's no church on the planet that actually preaches the word of the Bible. It's just businesses, it's just cults, it's just, they don't really subscribe to what is really being taught in there, right? So
The most success. Oh, go ahead.
So hence, even being born again, I don't even know if I am a born again because I did also get baptized. But then I got baptized in a church that I later realized that these are hypocrites.
Yeah,
How
it
can
happened to
you,
me.
like, for example, right, the Catholic Church, I mean, the Bible tells you that don't pray to the dead or seek the dead for information. But then you have the Catholic Church praying to Mary and praying to dead people. So to some extent, I feel like when I really align to these doctrines, I don't subscribe to doctrines. I just read the Bible and I just seek the truth.
There
That's
you
that's
go. You can't do any better. You can't do any better, young lady. And here's the thing that, and I know the panel will agree with me on this, is that when you're seeking, that the truth is going to be in you. You're going to find that truth, because that's what I think is getting drawn to this room, are people that are seeking truth. And that's what the path that you're on. That's the path that you're on. And you have like these like incredible experiences that you have to rationalize somehow and still live in this world.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Hoboken.
I
Wait,
completely
wait,
agree.
wait.
As I'm listening to Pookie, I'm seeing myself in her, because like
Yeah.
okay, I was also raised under Christianity, but for me, I came out. I left Christianity out of anger. But as I'm out here looking back, I'm like, there was so many truths taught there. In as much as there are
Yes.
things that aren't true, they made me angry, they made me leave. But I'm like, you know what? I found myself a solid foundation there. So I feel like Pookie is me in a different body right now. We're on the same frequency, that we align ourselves with Christianity, but we do not box ourselves under Christianity. I think I love that. Okay, I have a question for Pookie, and then after I ask this question, can we go to Sadea? Please, please, please. How about Joe? I'm warning you right now. Don't interrupt. I'm asking Pookie a question. She replies, and then we're going to Sadea. Okay, Pookie, I want to ask, what drove you into going into Christianity and leaving African spirituality?
No, I didn't practice African spirituality. My dad actually separated us from like where he's from, because the way he tells me is that he had a dream where in front of him there were two roads, right? And then next to him it was his family, and they were burning things, and like, okay, in the royal family back then, right? My grandmother gave birth to twins a lot of times. And so what they would do is that, if like they saw giving birth to two children as an abomination, right? So certain practices that they would do is that they they had their own altar there, and then they would unalive the newborn, the twin, and then spill that blood on the altar, and then go and bury the baby, right? So my dad's yard back at home, we have like almost, I don't know, three bodies there buried, because they were practicing those traditions, right? So, but because I grew up and we didn't really, because I grew up in the city, in the suburbs. So, and my mom Naya, she was just like a staunch Christian. And then she came across this other church. You see these new age prophetic churches. So she came across that church and then forced me to go to church with her. And then my dad was like, I don't want to go to church with you. I know God, I read the Bible, so I'm not going, right? So my mom couldn't force my dad, but because Mina, I'm the child, she would drag me. And every time I go to church, they were always preaching messages of fear. If you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell. If you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell, right? And then they would also preach messages of prosperity. Yeah, children of God don't suffer. Children of God, yada yada that, right? And eventually, it just made me hate Christianity as a whole, right? And then eventually, my mom detached from that church because of some personal things that happened in that church, right? So, but all in all, you see, I one book that I love in the Bible is the book of Proverbs, because it teaches so much wisdom, right? So nowadays, if you go to churches, you see these charismatic churches where they preach prosperity, where they preach that God will make you wealthy, God will do this for you, God will do that for you. In a way, it teaches you not to work, right? It teaches you to just sit down and believe that, you know what, one day I'm just gonna wake up as a billionaire, right? But then the book of Proverbs tells you that a lazy man, poverty will prowl on him like a thief in the night, right? The book of Proverbs constantly emphasizes how it's important for you as a person to work. So now, when we're going to these churches, why are you guys telling people not to work? Why are you telling people to make it seem as if going to work or or producing things with your hands? Why are you making it seem like you're not supposed to work? You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. So in a way, that's what I don't want to say I'm boxing myself in what churches are teaching, but I've learned to understand that sometimes, that's why I say they're just businesses. They're just businesses pushing their own agenda. There's no church on this planet that I can tell you that they're doing what the message of the Bible is pushing. You have churches where the pastor is sleeping with the whole worship team, and then he goes there and then he lies to them, and then he says, yeah, you know what, I had a dream about you, God wants us to be together, and then boom, they sleep with you, and then they make you believe that way now you're the next Mamfundisi. They lie to you, then they tell you that no, I married my wife because I didn't want to, but I can't break up with her because Nyamtanda, But he's doing the same thing with every other woman in the church. These people who sleep with even their working, should I say servants, the wives of their servants, right? And then now you want to come to me and then you tell me that this is the house of God. So for me personally, right, I know if there was someone here who was a staunch Christian going to church, they were gonna disagree with me. They were gonna call me judgment. They're gonna say I'm judgmental, and then they're gonna bring the Bible to me and say, but God says do not judge. But then now where you are judging a man who's an alcoholic because when you don't drink and you're going to church. So personally, this is why I say there's more religion than there is spirituality. There's more religion than there is knowing who, what that God is preaching. So I think I'll just park it there.
Wow, beautiful, beautifully put. In fact, you manifested my thoughts, yeah, into speech. That's what I always think. I mean, let me not even start preaching. Sidea, over to you. Sidea, oh, please correct me. I think I'm brutalizing your name. Yes, go. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Let me greet everyone, and it's Adela, and I probably missed the topic because I just accepted the invite, but I've been following the discussion. What exactly is the topic?
Is belief real or is just all in the head? And if it's all in the head, is it really working or not?
Oh, belief as a word. I mean, when you speak about belief,
Belief as an action. Like, if I believe, just like Fouquet said, that in churches they are preaching prosperity, sometimes they're preaching fear. If I believe that I will prosper, don't I need to apply myself? Is it true that, okay, I'll just sleep and manna will fall from heaven? Is it true? Yeah, that kind of, I think you get the gist.
belief as subscribing to religion is a fluke, according to me. I'm not trying to say anything against those who actually believe in religion or who follow religious systems. I do not. I am of the mind that the concept of religion, because I'm trying to tally it or link it to how the topic is flowing, the topic of is belief real? If you link it to religion and the church, it's a fluke, because religion itself is a man-made construct. It is a very well orchestrated system with a purpose, with a reason, with an agenda. In simple terms, I normally call religion the long con, because it's the longest con that stood and stands the test of time. I have been religious, mind you, so I'm not speaking from a point of view of lack of experience or lack of knowledge. I speak from a point of view of having sat in some of the highest offices in religion, in the fivefold ministry. So I'm not speaking out of turn because I have been sitting on a bench and watching things happen. I'm speaking from behind the scenes and before the scenes. This is the reality of the situation. I'm not
Do you
saying
I'm sorry.
This is,
Do you associate faith with belief?
would you allow me maybe that what I will say at some point will
Okay.
help?
Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, this is what I want to say. I don't want to. This is my perception. If you look at believe in context of the covers of the pages from Genesis to Revelation and try to dissect or decipher it, for most people it's not easy. But for people who know how, it is something very possible. The reason I say it's not easy is when you are given a plate of food and there's poison in the food, most people will not be able to tell the poison from the food. They will just eat. That's what the Bible is. That's what religion is. Reality is, if you look at this book and you look at it with eyes that are knowing, not believing, because the eyes that are knowing and believing are not the same, you will see what is true within this book and what is a lie. But the danger of this book is very few people can tell what is true in it and what is not true in it. That's the danger of it. Okay, that's my perspective. To a point where I think as I was listening, I heard the term African spirituality. I am going to comment on that to say there's no such thing as African spirituality. There's spirituality. The reason I say that is because spirituality is universal. There's African culture, African tradition, and there's spirituality, which is practiced amongst different cultures. If someone understands, the nuance is important. This is why I say that. Spirituality obeys the law of one material, the law of oneness, the law of interconnectedness. We are all interconnected. We are all one, regardless of your geographical location. Our cultures may differ, our traditions may differ, our languages may differ. Let me give you an example. You're in Africa, and you use the term, if you're from North Africa, Central Africa, you use the term ase. If you're Southern Africa, you use the word into umuya, moya. If you go to the east, to the Indians, I'm going to be specific, you use the word prana. If you go to the other part of the east, Japanese, Chinese, you use the word chi. It's the same thing. That's spirituality. It's the same thing. If those people sat around a table and interpreted those different terms, they would have an aha moment that we are speaking about the same thing. That is what makes spirituality universal. And that is what makes spirituality different from religion. Because spirituality is a journey of the individual, acknowledging particularly the fact that there is birth and death. This is the essence. Spirituality is not complicated. I think people complicate it. There's birth and death. Birth comes through a cord. Death happens through a cord, different cords. Birth happens through the umbilical cord. There's a stargate, which is the womb. The life through to the point of death, it's another cord. It's another cord when it cuts, when it thins and it cuts. It's death. And that's the silver cord. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, there's a misconception of worship of ancestors. There's no someone who knows the spirituality knows there's no worship of ancestors. There's veneration of ancestors. Okay, And someone who is able to differentiate between traditionalists and spiritualists knows the link between them and knows where they overlap and where they are different or where they separate. It's a very clear line. There is no confusion about it. But belief in itself, when you take it to spirituality, is something that is different compared to religion. Why do I say it's different? Because when you come to spirituality, it may start in your teachings as belief, but it doesn't stay belief, it becomes knowledge, because spirituality is experiential. You have to experience it. That's why in spirituality you have what is called direct inquiry, which is missing in religion. Religion has obedience. That's why the commandments say, you shall not. It's a command, which I borrow a word from the 42 laws of Ma'at. The 42 laws of Ma'at do not say you shall not. They say I am or I have. It's spirituality. It's the person to nature, the person to the universe. Not
Who is
from
Mahat?
obedience of something out there. Ma'at. The laws, Ma'at is the, how can I put it? Most people like to use the word goddess, but Ma'at is not really a goddess. The reason I say Ma'at is not goddess as interpreted in Google a lot is because in our culture, our African culture, in spirituality in general, we have the feminine and the masculine, the divine feminine and the divine masculine in different levels. Another topic for another day. So of course the word goddess, as according to the English language, a fascinating little animal. I speak it, but I know it's Frankenstein in its in itself. I call it the Frankenstein language because it is not original in essence. It borrows a lot from other languages like German, like Latin. So there is very little that's original in the English language. If you want to understand, even as I would use the word understand, I use it cautiously for the purpose of the discussion. If you want to comprehend words in English, and you reference to the dictionary, it's okay, you will get the definition from there. But if you want to go a step further and look at a word, and you don't only look at the dictionary, you look at not only etymology, but the morphology of the word and how it was put in the English lexicon, you will know that there's a problem there. That's why they call English the language of spells. Okay, topic for another day. Maybe I'm talking for too long. If someone has something to say.
Well, your topic isn't beyond me. I've witnessed that. I've witnessed it. So
You what?
I've witnessed it.
Okay, you mean what I just said?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So to go back to what you said, I think you asked, how do I relate faith and belief? Is that what you said?
Well, do you believe they're one and the same?
I mean, in religion, faith and belief are the same. In religion, definitely yes, because faith, even in the Bible, I think it's in the book of Timothy, 1st or 2nd Timothy, it says it's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Belief, basically, you are saying, I am going to acknowledge this as true, even though I do not have anything to substantiate it.
It's very
So
similar.
based on definition, yes, based on definition, based on context, let me not even use the word definition, based on context, yes, they're similar. Okay, so I mean, if you look at even science will, science does not deny, this is something people miss also. Science does not deny the existence of belief. It explains how it happens. Okay, through the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. Your whole nervous system is involved. And it's very easy to relate to that, because when you now go from the point of belief to knowing, because belief is limiting. Belief in science, if you take science and interpret certain aspects of it in mystic terms, this is what happens. It will explain the light coming through the eye, prefrontal cortex activation through the cognitive framework of the body through the nervous system, and that's how the light comes in. Basically, that forms the component of what belief is. Okay, now where it differs with the knowledge aspect, it's even science will use terms which are mystical to explain certain things that they've looked into, and they are termed spiritual in one way or another. Now, that's why they call what happens, I think you guys were talking about it earlier, the Kundalini awakening. It's actually an oil. It's called Kundalini in the East. In other places, it's not called Kundalini. It's got different names, okay? It's basically an oil that, because of the activation of the light, it rises up the spinal cord. And as it rises up, it's called the Christos oil, okay? As it rises up, and by the way, the word Christos is not from religion, it's not from Christianity. And this is something that I always tell Christians. The word Christ, religion owns, but did not originate. It owns it, it wants to take it as its own, but it did not originate in Christianity, because the concept of Christ was there before Christianity. Christianity is new, it's a baby. There were other things in terms of spiritual before Christianity. Okay, that is why, and it's in plain sight in the Bible. Let me not even go there. Now, when you look at the oil, how it goes up the spinal cord, the intention is to, they call it a salve. The oil, Christos oil, they call it, when it reaches the brain, they call it a salve, meaning sort of like an ointment. So basically,
It's
it
the
will
pineal gland.
oil. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting
I'm
there.
with you.
When it gets to, because I like to I like to simplify, I'm not even sure if I'm simplifying it, but I like to simplify some of these, because people think
You'd
they're
be
so
surprised
complex, and I know.
how this is over. You can't even talk about this to most people.
Yeah, true.
No
I agree
concept.
with you there. Yeah. So basically, it is in the brain where it becomes an ointment or a salve. They call it a salve. Now, it introduces the topic of pollution in the environment. I'm going to simplify this one, why we should not accommodate or allow ourselves to take in toxins in our bodies or pollutants from the environment into our body. Not only from the environment, but also from things that we use, like our lotions and particularly perfume. Let me focus on perfume, because there are others. I just want to focus on one. I don't have time, so I'll just focus on one. Perfume. Okay. If you take perfume, normally we are taught, put perfume on your neck, on your wrist. Those are what is called key meridian points. And particularly in the neck, we're going to put it in our jugular gland. Okay, the jugular gland transfers from this point in our upper body throughout the body, connecting every organ in the body. Imagine, and you've put perfume there. Okay, now what this perfume does, it crystallizes the membrane. Is it a membrane? I'm not even sure if membrane is the film. Let me use the word film, because I'm not sure if membrane is the right term. It's not a membrane. It crystallizes the film on the pineal gland. And now by the time the salving happens, that's why some people can get to remember, but they don't fully awaken, because the cleansing process is elaborate. It's elaborate. It's not just about meditation. It's not just about isolation, it's elaborate because your body itself is a part of nature. Your body itself is a part of the environment. Your body itself is elemental. Your body itself is elemental in the sense that it communicates with the air, with the water. You are 70 to 90% water. With the fire through your eyes because you see through your eyes. The air because through your nose and through your mouth. With the earth to ground you. We are electromagnetic human beings. Every cell in your body 1.4 volts. In summary, when you talk about belief and in religion, it's a fluke. But if you go just the right measurement, you will recognize where religion is limiting and where religion actually tried to borrow from spirituality but fell short. Fell short because it's based on propaganda. And if you spirituality is ancient, spirituality has been there before the religion. Yeah. So let me just stop there.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every minute of what you spoke about, and as far as I can tell, in my journey, I've been exposed to, I'm getting up in the years. I'm 50 years old, and I guess I'm still a youngin' compared to some for sure. But what I've come to is personally that if there's a God, then there's a devil, right? And there's going to be both, right? They cancel each other out basically, so they're one entity, if anything. And I don't need to subscribe to them being an entity necessarily. But what I've realized is that all the input of good and evil, dark and light, that is what God and the devil is, or what religion is, and because that's the only pictures I've been programmed with from birth. We all have the picture of the devil with the pitchfork, and we got the God with floating on clouds sitting on a golden throne. That's a spectrum of basically, and then one will start to actually look outside of their town, outside of their city, outside of their state, outside of their country, outside of their continent. Then eventually we all start looking outside the world and start looking out into the universe and trying to figure everything out and slowly start bringing it back. And Sadella, she spoke on it elegantly. Bringing spirituality and religion, those are two separate entire entities. It's my belief that if there's any truth left in the Bible, only an individual is going to find it. I don't think you're ever going to hear it from a pulpit. Not when there's a money plate passed by. Anyway.
Nah, I hear you guys. I hear you guys. Oh my, thank you, Sedela. Sedela, that's what you said, yeah. Thank you very much. Imagine I had to take out a notebook just to jot down what you were saying. Oh, girl, you were spitting fire. Thank you, Hope and Joe. Thank you for asking the questions. Can you please move on to smoking loss? And then after smoking loss, can Spiwe please just chip in M Anu L? Okay, so we go smoking loss, and then Emma. I don't want to say Emmanuel. I want to say M Anuel because I know what you did there. Okay, smoking loss. Are you there?
I'm here. Greetings, brothers. Greetings, goddesses. Both of you.
Namaste.
I'm gonna have to agree with Sadella on a few points. Like for me, belief and faith require the same thing, and they almost define the same. So Anything that I have faith in, the only thing that I have faith in or belief in is, and that is requiring something that I don't know and putting my faith and my belief into something that I don't know or have for is myself. So that's just simply saying that if there's something that I want to do that I haven't tried yet, I have faith that and belief that if I put forth enough effort, then I could do just about anything I put my mind on. And that's as far as faith and belief go. Um, as far as how it intertwines with knowledge, uh, then that's something totally different. I see, as you can see, it says "Thought the Atlantean" on my moniker. I, I I don't subscribe to that. I just when I read the Emerald Tablets and he said something in that book that, or something was said in that book that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
This
Bunch did for me, brother.
this Thoth character said that though people deified him, he could never be a god. And he said simply because the acquisition of knowledge was an eternal thing, and that by with every second passing, there would be new information to acquire. So he would never know everything. His sincere goal was to just acquire information, acquire knowledge, and apply it. And I think that is just in a nutshell. I don't have a lot to say. That is just me in a nutshell. I study a lot, I read a lot, I acquire a lot of information. That I everything that I know, I believe that a lot of things I don't have to look for because I believe that it was encoded in me, it was passed down genetically. So I believe that we all pass down traits and certain things genetically to our offspring, and we receive traits and certain things from our ancestors. And those things,
Well, let me ask you a question. Can we go back to the Emerald Tablets for just a minute?
yeah.
I get seldom opportunity to talk to anybody about the Emerald Tablets. So you brought something to my attention, and it makes sense now. Thoth being the what accumulator of wisdom,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Now that's interesting to me. Now, if he was the accumulator of energy or of wisdom, and if there's any truth, like the one truth that that I hold on to, that I think is a truth, is that we all came from one energy and we're going to return to that energy. We're just lucky enough to be on this planet long enough to have these experiences and enjoy it or take it back. And then so all of the cumulative wisdom, like the energy that comes through this filter, this earth time filter, and then comes out the other side, wouldn't he have to be present on that other side to have that wisdom? Or how else would he accumulate the wisdom?
the way he explained it is that he's an eternal entity that is reborn over and over and over again throughout different societies. So when you look up, like if you really took the chance to just study Thoth, like he's supposed to be a lot of different people. He was Hermes, he was Thoth, he was in the Aztec culture, Teotihuacan. Like, so he was just
I swear I had somebody break down his influence to modern philosophers. I thought I had it somehow broke down somewhere, but anyway.
so he was given the task to enlighten the world. So that was supposedly the task given to him.
I,
So again,
I think it's incredible that all of a sudden all of this wisdom is coming forward. Like is everybody having as good a time with as much wisdom as that's coming forward, that we're being, well, like I say wisdom, but information, more the information that's becoming available to people, that it's actually starting to, people are starting to put more things together, and the mainstream pedal isn't cutting it anymore. Like there's more people, I don't know, I hate using the word awakening, but there's more people getting more and more confused and looking in more and more places for more and more answers that don't exist, and they're coming up with their own solutions.
So what I'm seeing is though that people are finding the answers that they're looking for. They're just finding them within themselves. They're beginning to not look so far outward and beginning to turn that energy more inwardly. So
I'm trying to accumulate and to give me that spectrum, and then and on the inverse side, well, you know what that means. If you're going to accept one side, you got to accept both sides, and that's where the yin yang comes into play for me. Really helps me stay balanced.
So when I interpret things, and again, like I said before, I feel like I receive a lot of information through DNA. People think that you are channeling or talking to your ancestors or some crazy form of belief, when for me it is just simply unlocking certain DNA codes and certain things that I should already have inherently in me. So all of
Memories.
these things, yes. So all of these things that we assume to be good and bad, light and dark, they're just codes within yourself that you have to learn how to manipulate and take control of. So
Let me ask you a question. Have you heard of the Akashic records?
yes,
Okay. Have you
Yes.
spent any time contemplating those?
I have to a certain degree, and they kind of correlate with, you know, ancestral knowledge or just wisdom that is passed down genetically.
Well, it's anything. Okay, all right, okay. So that's the information that you've gotten,
No,
like what's available there, how it's available, or
yeah, it just correlates with it to a certain degree.
okay, all right.
So
So
Can I
for
just
me,
the
expand
Akashic
on it?
library.
what's that?
Oh, you want to expand on it? Go ahead.
Well, this is how I've interpreted its presence, and it's available to you. It's not a place you go. It's what you have access to.
Right.
And if you step foot in there, I have I've avoided it, but the wisdom has been apparent. Like it's come forth with the knowledge that I sought before I decided to even make the effort to go in that direction. The wisdom came forth, and so it is an internal library, and it's an access point. Like I don't know. I don't know how to put a tangible thing on it. Maybe Sadella can elaborate.
Okay. Someone once asked me a question. When you started talking to Smoking, you spoke about thought. I was asked a question in two parts. One's where do thoughts come from? Where do thoughts go when you're done with them? A topic of its own. But when you mentioned the Akashic records, maybe I'll sneak it in there. Also, someone earlier mentioned all these things are connected, by the way. Someone also mentioned where we come from. Okay. The one thing that's similar in cultures, I think, in cultures, not all cultures, but most cultures, and different timelines from ancient times to date, is the fact that before anything, what we're calling energy, which science calls energy, but also light. Story for another day. There were what is called primordial waters, which explains why we are majority of our makeup is water, 70 to 90% water. Okay, so the thought itself comes from water. Topic for another day. Forms as water. If you even read religious books, because they are also sacred to some extent, they don't explain explicitly for someone to be able to comprehend where the context comes from. They will just say the face of the deep, meaning chaos. Okay, but if someone knows how to interpret esoterically and take that relationship of that creation in the beginning of Genesis and relate it to the concept of the seed of life and the flower of life having 6 circles around it, and the 7th circle in the center, which is the source of the light, what we call energy. Okay, I'm trying to build towards the Akash, what the Akash sort of in summary, because I can't go into it in detail. Okay, and you take the fact that in the primordial stages, there was waters, there was chaos, there was light, which everything came out of, including the elements. But there's something that even science doesn't want to talk about, but some scientists actually do talk about, the 5th element, ether. Ether, which is, if you look at, okay, let me not go there. If you look at how it's supposed to work, or how it is said to work, it works across different dimensions and different realms. That's a simplified version of how it's supposed to work or how it works. Now, the concept of thought here, being from water, and we are water, is couriered. Let me use the word couriered. Is couriered through the ether. Okay, through the ether. And the concept of thought have not been used in the electromagnetic field, because we are electromagnetic, interacting with a field that is also of the same material as us. Will go back to the field. The thought that is not used will go back to the field. Now, the Akash is actually in the context of thought, actually, if you think about it. Thought in the sense that we are body, soul, and spirit, and the soul within the soul having 3 elements within it. One element important is the mind, the concept of thought. Okay. Now, nothing is lost. Nothing goes to waste. So whatever it is thought, which has not been used, even the ones which have been used, have as in memory, because some are memory. So there are different archives. Nothing is lost. We just don't see it with the naked eye, which is why it's important to have that remembering. I actually don't really like the word awakening as well, because basically it's a memory that has been suppressed, because you are not getting new information, you're not getting new knowledge. You are just having a remembrance. You are remembering things that were deep down. They were not available for you easily. Now you simplify how you have access to them. Now, once you have access to these things in memory, because of the ether, you will have a medium of couriering this knowledge, because at this point, once you know how to do that, it's now knowledge, it's no longer information. You're able to say, okay, this is a thought that I had access to, I did not use. You actually have the opportunity to use it again. This is a thought that is a memory. How do I relate with this memory? So basically, that's why they say the Akash is a library of souls. Basically, it's a library, yes, the library of the mind, of souls that have been, and souls of ancient times, and souls that, although are no longer physical, they are not destroyed at the level of the ether. So it takes a lot of training to know how to access. That's why sometimes, simple example, That's why sometimes you can think of something, okay, and a beautiful concept. You can think of a beautiful concept. I'm not going to give examples. And it just plays in your head and it builds into something comprehensive. But at some point in time, you meet up with the same concept, maybe a book that you're reading, maybe through a search engine, maybe through a person you're chatting with. You know you never referenced it, but when you meet up with this concept, you're like, this is the same concept I have. How did this happen? It's because you remembered. And it's
Yep.
confirmation. Okay.
Yep.
It's confirmation.
Man, you are killing it. You're killing it. I feel that way so much. I resonate so hard with that, Sadella. I can't even begin to tell you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to simplify it there without going too deep into it. Thank you.
Amazing,
You did
amazing.
a beautiful job. Beautiful job.
No,
The perspective of the Akashic as a soul library killed me. I loved it.
truly, I think, thank you, Hobo, for the remarks. Sorry again, guys, I have an intern following me around with her noisy instruments. Forgive me. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, you guys are truly spitting bars. Truly. I love it. I love it. Sedela, amazing. Guys, thank you for the gifts. We appreciate them. Guys. And thank you to each and every one of you guys. I can't name you one by one, but we truly appreciate you are sending positive vibrations, blessings, amazing things. Also, guys, I have a goal up there. The goal says that please send me a heart me. It's just one coin. The purpose of this is for us to formulate a community. If you send a heart me, you become part of my fans. And if you're a fan, it means that we're forming this tribe whereby we're growing together. I've just realized it. I've been Googling it the whole night, and it's amazing. It's an amazing way to form a tribe on TikTok. So don't be afraid to just send a heart me there, and then let's just grow together as a tribe. Now can we go to Emmanuel? I'd love to hear what you have for us. That's for hello intern. Thank you. Oh, also I wanted to make a remark on the issue of language. Oh, I truly appreciate you guys. You guys are teaching me so much today. The fact that I shouldn't say I'm learning so much today or I'm awakening. I should say I'm remembering, because it's a journey of remembrance. Oh, love it. Emmanuel, take us through, please, if you're still there.
Hi guys. If there's anything else left to say, Sedea has covered everything. But I could add on the believe versus the knowing part. To believe I did a comment breaking down the word believe. It is B, lie, and then VE. The BE is to be in a state, to be. And then the lie is just falsehood. And then the VE is a sort of like a completion or a possession. So you have words like have, receive, achieve, retrieve. So it's a state of believing as in a falsehood or a state of existing in a falsehood. I'm not sure if I am making sense. I'm not so good with this English language. And then to know, okay, for example, belief would be sort of like a temporal magnet. A temporal magnet is charged, and it is not always a magnet. And then to know is like a permanent magnet. No matter what happens, a permanent magnet never changes being a magnet. So I'm not sure if that is making any sense. I think I'll let the floor for the others, unless if there's someone who has a question.
Questions, Hobo Joe, for Emmanuel.
What is your native language?
A native language is isiZulu.
Wow, I can't even say that. Joule?
As in Z, isiZulu. The Z,
Izul.
Z,
Izul.
yes.
What country are you from?
South Africa.
Wow. Did you learn this life, or did you experience this life? Was this taught to you, or did you come through this enlightenment on your own?
It is a mixture of both. I have researched, or I have been looking for knowledge that is not given to us for the past 7 years. So some of it has been of my doing, and then across that journey, I came across people who had more knowledge that is similar to that I was seeking, and then from them, I absorbed some. So it's a mixture of both.
I would say that's what we're all doing in this panel room right now.
Indeed.
True, true, true. Okay, can we go back to Spiwe? Then I heard Mhlanganisi saying he wants to go down. I don't know. It's Spiwe, then Mhlanganisi. Can we go there? Thank you, Emmanuel. Quite insightful. I love it. I love it. And also welcome everybody. Welcome everybody who are talking about belief. Is belief real? And support your answer. So welcome. Also, please don't be afraid to send a heart to me. We are forming a tribe today. Today we are announcing the formation of a tribe. By forming a tribe, you'll be able to see whenever I'm live, and we're going to grow on TikTok together. It's a whole lot of things. Please go and research about it. But it's a fun way to grow together as a tribe. So beacon of lighters, let's do this. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, so thank you, Pro Bono. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Pro Bono was our number 4 line in our tribe, so we're forming a lineage. So thank you guys. Keep on sending heart me's, keep on doing that, and then it's POM Hlanganisi, and then we go to Umkhulumi Namkopozi. So yeah, let's go.
Ya angiphinde ngibingelele ngiyathemba ukuthi abantu bayaphila. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that have been said, but I want to pose a question to anyone who can clarify things for me. So we are speaking about beliefs. Now, when you are speaking about beliefs, for me, I'm just looking at this word, and with everything that has been said, I do feel like people are speaking about something that is higher than where my mind is, because maybe let me ask this question before I confuse myself even further. So, do you think that in the belief system there are levels, or beliefs are the same? I'll make an example. I think most of the examples that have been made here are more about spirituality, religion. So is the belief in God the same as the belief that if I take a taxi now going to town, I believe that I will reach my destination and back? So are those sort of beliefs the same? Do you think that beliefs are the same in general, or there are beliefs who are better than the others? Thank you.
I'd like to take this one. Beliefs are one thing. Like I believe I can walk out my front door. I believe I can sit up in bed. I believe I can take a shower. I believe I can go to work. Now, when it comes to spirituality for me, my spirituality is not based on faith. And I don't know how else to elaborate on that. And if faith is if faith is beautiful, like I see faith genuinely in all religions. Yeah, you might say I have faith in my belief, which is kind of, I don't know, hypocritical perhaps, but it's always subject to change as the enlightenment level rises for myself. Like things that were hard to even grasp as a reality or truth that seem like common knowledge now, as we all go down our paths of enlightenment. And I think that's what we are all on, is paths of enlightenment. My cohort before, I have a hard time saying his name, I'm just going to call him M. He spoke a lot on that, and the spirituality and the energy that we all share, and it's internalized. I'm speaking a little bit more hard to the examples that I've seen in religion, and we've had guests speak about that too. As we're exposed to this, we can see where it's at, and then going back and deconstructing a definition of God and trying to find one now is where most people are. It's learning, like doing your shadow work, going back and facing all of those fears and horrible feelings and emotions and, childhood traumas and life's hiccups, and telling yourself you're going to be okay, through meditation and mental clarity, I guess is the best word I can put onto that. When you bring that energy forward, it's evident. So that's a whole nother topic of discussion. But as far as the faith goes, like if it's faith in this is what I find beautiful in religions at the same time. Is the faith that people put into these entities. And I think that so much is lost on interpretation. If there, like I said before, if there's any truth in any books, it's got to be, excuse me, it's going to be read from an individual. It's not going to be preached from a pulpit. Now, you might get a few people that, Bible bash with each other, or Quran bash, or any book bash, all the books. I wasn't trying to be specific, but you get those groups together, and you're not even going to have the same image of a God amongst them, because they're all taking it from their own human experience, and they might deem one God more graceful than the other. There was one guy on here that spoke about different gods, like for every different thing, and I thought that was pretty cool too. So that's pretty much where I'm at on that one, Sci-Fi.
Okay. Spirit, are you satisfied? Do you feel replied by that, or you want more? And after Spewer, I'm going to give plans. And now I'll be timing you guys. I'll be giving each one of you 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, because we're ending the live at 16:16. I have another thingy commitment to attend to. So yeah, let's take 5. Everybody. Spewer, are you satisfied? If yes, let's go to Mhlanganisi. Then after Mhlanganisi, it's Mkhulumi Namkopozi. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Hobo Joe. Thank you for your response. Yeah, no. I think everything is good. But if anyone wants to have a go at it, then everyone is welcome. The belief's the same. and maybe also elaborate why, if they are the same, why there is sort of an attachment to some of the beliefs. Thank you.
Perfect. Mhlanganisi, please take it. Okay, just present your submission and then also reply to Spua's question if possible. Mhlanganisi, 5 minutes, go.
Okay, mina ngizothatha 1 minute nje nkosazana. La ngizwe ngazuthi nje kahle kahle sikhuluma vele ngento eyodwa. It's just that asibeki ngendlela efanayo, of which lokho vele it's supposed to be like that because i-awakening yethu ayenzeki ngendlela efanayo kuthina sonke. Okay, ngicela nje ukukhanyisa lokhu kubantu. Kusukela ekuqaleni mawukuthi ekuqaleni angazi ngizothi nini ke. Ubumnyama bu representwa njengo zero la emhlabeni. It's zero, it's nothing. Ngathi ukuthi it's nothing. But lobu bumnyama it's consciousness itself bafethu. Ubumnyama, darkness is consciousness itself. Uwe futhi loyo, yabo? So zonke izinto la empilweni ke la kwi-reality kusifundisana lobu bumnyama. Yonke into iqala ebumnyameni. Like manje ngingathi anyone point out one thing ekhona la emhlabeni engaqalanga ebumnyameni. Just point out one thing engaqalanga ebumnyameni. Ngikhuluma ngisho le phone oyiphethe esandleni. Someone had to think about it before ayenze. So iqale ebumnyameni. Ebumnyameni is inside you. You understand? It's darkness. It's complete darkness. Ayikho into ebona ngaphakathi. But there inside you, it's full consciousness. Ayikho into oyi-operate-ayo wena. Yosibindi, your liver works without you. Yabona? It's consciousness ngokuphelele. Mase niqala seniyenza ingane stays esiswini sikamamayo for 9 months. Ne? Le 9 months le uwe lo khulunywa ngayo. Ingakho iy'number ziqala from 0, 1, 2, 3 until 9. And then again, that 0 will represent a higher self or a higher dimension to increase the value of numbers. Where else in numbers igcina ku-9? Yabona? Mawusuthi 10 seku-1 no-0 kodwa inamba enkulu futhi manje kunalezi ezinye iy'namba. How come? Yabo? So ibheke lento. It's been a communication ever since kuqala abantu beqala ukurekhoda nokubhala nayo yonke lento esiyenzayo. Akuyonto ekufanele ngabe siyayenza le. I-awakening yenzeka kumuntu ngaphakathi. I-consciousness ikuwe ngaphakathi. Yabo manga-explain manje lento engilokhu ngiyibhala la kuma-comment. I'm sure abanye bayayizwa, abanye mhlawumbe abayizwa. Akufani nokuchaza kwethu guys. But mina ngizothi usebenzise your body. Ayikho enye into ezokutshela ukuthi kukhona okunye ngaphandle komzimba wakho. Akukho. Uwe kuphela la emhlabeni. Uwe umhlaba uyikho konke. It's only you. Because even after darkness, if ungapictureisha after le darkness ike ele behind the stars, if behind the stars, ne? Okay, i-biology isitshela ukuthini? I-biology isitshela ukuthi wena njengoba uphelele, you developed from a single cell. Njengoba umngaka manje. Ne? That single cell, njengamanje, if you look at your skin, njengamanje, you cannot see by your naked eye, but you know it's there. You are, madoda, angazi ngizochaza kanjani. Ikhona le single cell. Okay, i-biology isitshela ukuthi you developed from that single cell wena. Even ngisho i-atom, it talks about this, guys. Isikole sami is very little, but that little with my awakening, ilanga, it's the sun straight nje the ukukhanya okusekhanda lami ngoba angisareferi kwenye into outside my body. So after the darkness bengisathi ngiyachaza i-single cell mayisifundisa ukuthi you develop from this single cell. So le single cell le mayingabe isifuna yona ukuthi yande, it divide itself in order to multiply. Izinto zihamba zishintshe bafethu from being a star. I-star, can you believe ukuthi i-star isona esidividile saba ilanga nenyanga? Kubukhulu ukukholwa, but you just have to know it because lento ikhona la egazini kuwe. Because lezi zinto manje, and then kuwena, you know, it's so confusing to just look at it, but it's in plain sight. Nothing is hidden from you. Nothing has been taken away from you. You've been just blocked mentally. Inkinga isengqondweni, because even from ekhanda lakho, it speaks volume. Your body speaks volume, speaks everything. Just align yourself with nature, nama seasons, time, calendar, what, the real calendar, not this Gregory calendar. And then slowly just be at peace, stay out of noise. You cannot hear your voice. And it's magic, that's inner voice. That's you, yes, but that inner voice inside you has ibody nayo on its own, iphelele, like full. And when you can only hear the voice, what about amadlebe wayo, what about inyawo, what about isisu, what about, it's you. Yabo, and it's in a sisokhuluma ngokuthi cleansing and so on. That is very good, vele, because with DNA yakho, they've been abantu abanye sebephilile, you know, by just living emhlabeni, you are actually collecting data. That data you are collecting, you are going to plant it back to the earth. And circulation will happen spiritually, nyamarali, everywhere. Circulation will always happen because this all is within you. You are a self-generator when yourself, from nothing to something. Good people, there is nothing else out there. After that darkness, it's just represent a single cell. That's a universe. It's another cell and another cell and another cell is your higher dimension. That is all you. There's nothing else. There is nothing else. It's all you. You are the God. You are everything. You are everywhere. You can do whatever you want. Just when your mind clear it, let it be yours. Don't let anything outside your mind be put by someone else. Akungafakwa lutho ekhanda lakho. Be in full control of what gets in your body. Then you will find yourself. Stay out of anything I understand it until you understand it. Once you understand it, you will overstand it. Don't worry. When you overstand everything, that's why you are connected with everything. Zibuze ukuthi how are you connected with everything? Why you don't feel like an alien when you eat cabbage or when you eat beetroot or when you eat whatever that you eat? Because that means this thing is all you. It's all you. Water is all you. Read, funda amanzi, cycle amanzi. It will tell you about you. Iqhubeka khona lapha kuma symbols. Iqhubeka khona lapha ko 1 2 3 4 5. Iqhubeka khona lapha ku when you being born. Angithi 9 months represent ukuthi phela now it's a perfect number. U9 kahle kahle it's a perfect number. Meaning ukuthi you are able to do noma yini ongayifuna. You are shorting a lutho when you are perfect. You are all perfect here. As I am talking to you right now, you are all perfect here. Now it's just a matter of transformation, higher dimension, awakening. Remember yourself. Please, good people, it's not that difficult. Bukani nje la ngaphandle and recognize everything. I'm telling you, everything you can recognize it in your body, everything you see outside you. I promise you that once you are fully awakened, you will see everything inside your body and you will see that there is no other God outside there. It's just you. Lagule rem is kombisa all different dimensions akhona la. So umukwazi ukuhamba ngengqondo, mina I do astral projection ngibhekile kanje, I do what traveling, what ngibhekile kanje, ngibhekile. Now it's sekuyimina, it's lingering around me, sekuyinje. It's just I'm fully connected, if I may say, but I'm no different from you. Thank you.
That was so powerful, Nyamarikali. No, Nyamarikali, even though you said you'll take 1 minute. You're too close to 10 minutes, but it was worth it. Thank you, Nyamari Kali. Okay, how about Joe and smoking loss? I can't interpret, but summary is just that everything you want is inside of you. Just look within and remember. And also, how about Joe and smoking loss? The Nyamari Kali is a joke. We're laughing because it means physicality. It's direct translation in English. It means that he just said your meatness, meaning flesh, like your meatness. I don't know. It does. Okay, it's not as funny as it is, but yeah, that's what it means. So yes, Minam Kopos, can you please go?
Greetings, beautiful souls, good people. Oh, with your oneness, I am one of you as well. Yeah, my lady, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you everybody else, brothers and sisters in soul. We are together. Right, I hear the topic. It's nice, clean and long. It can take us a good 5 years discussing this topic. There's a call. It's a serious call that is disturbing me right now. But yeah, choosing to continue. Putting me in
Nice.
the link is a link in the link. You saying something, Mr. Hobo Joe?
Just said nice.
Oh yes, thank you. All right. I am one of you guys. I use me to figure me out than using any other source. Tried to look for any other source at any other places. All those places I've been to, I only found me. Been looking for God, been looking for ancestors everywhere, but everywhere I've been, I found me there. I came back to me. And I realized myself. That was my awakening. I traveled back to me to understand me better than I was aware. Right now, I'm traveling with my awareness. Where my awareness is focused, it means that's where I am as part of nature, as part of this huge soul. So, we talking about the belief. I used to question everything when I was still deprogramming myself, when I was still unlearning, decoding. Right now, I don't know anything. I just see what is there at the moment. I live by the moment right now, and that's my existence. So I see a belief as one of the spiritual mechanism that one uses for their traveling, because you need to set a goal in anywhere that you are going to. You need to set a goal. What happens physically also applies, and is in fact starting from the spiritual realm, ruling the physical realm. It just needs the alignment, the awareness that you see what is happening. Are you aware of it? Yes, you can't be aware of everything around yourself, but your awareness is the one that is guiding you. It could guide you through a certain structure that you set for yourself, which is a belief, which is faith. Bro, listen, these are just words. These are just words, but these things are happening before the wedding, before the wait. That is you now. Once you have found yourself to the reached, you know, when they say you've reached the bottom rock, that is reaching your higher self. And your higher self is not one complete set. It's in dimensions as well. And your higher self travels in dimensions as well. Just like that rainbow. It's one thing. but everything in it is got its own channel, it's got its own functionality, its own purpose to complete what is said to be one, which is the nothingness. But I don't dispute words anymore. I just choose to find a better way of using the words according to how it makes me feel. I need more comfortability in using any word, because some of the words, or many of these words, are spells. They are just commanding you to live and behave in a certain manner without you realizing. But your awareness is the one that is guiding you, that yes, this is the right thing to say, this is the right thing to do. Don't do to others what you won't accept being done to you. It means now you are the king of a throne. You rule your own kingdom. No one is above you, and there's no one to take commands from, because you create those commands. You obey your own commands against yourself, so that whatever that you are creating within you will fit better in other worlds, which is other souls, other people. That makes you one with them, because if you are made of love, it is love that you're going to share with people. If it's care, it is care that you are going to share with people. If you are a self-motivator, self-encourager, that is what is going to happen when you meet with other people. If every one of us does the same thing, then the world is together as one again. I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Beautiful.
Wow. 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 Amazing.
I mean,
Amazing.
you're bringing us together.
Yes, it's just the realization that we are together, but in fact, we are always together. It's just the mind shift that makes us not to think or to be aware that we are together.
Well, you're correct, of course, but I was referring to you, Beacon of Light. You're bringing all of us together. This gentleman spoke so elegantly, and I don't think there's anybody in this room that could disagree with a single word that man just said.
Yeah, Hobo Joe, that was really powerful. That was really powerful. And Hobo Joe, I don't think it's just me. I feel like you guys all resonated to this live and you all came here because of resonance. So yeah, I truly appreciate you guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. But Mkhulu Mkopozi, that was so powerful. I couldn't stop listening. Oh my God. And your voice is so ancestral. I always listen to your voice and I'm like, oh my God, our very own. Who's this guy, by the way? There's this American guy, maybe you guys will remember him. Who is it? He normally plays God in movies. He's just an African American guy. Aha! Your voice reminds me of that guy. It's so ancestral. Okay, everybody. And now who wants to be next? It's about to be 16:16 soon. Anyone who Morgan Freeman, thank you, Sigela.
Yes, that's who it was. Dang it.
Uh-huh. So yeah. I think now, okay, Smoking Not Lost will be next, but if he has got nothing to say, I think we'll go back to Hobo Joe. I'm not giving you any turn because you're just you're just the alternator of realities. You are everywhere. And also, guys, everybody who is here on this live today, we are forming a community of some sort of a tribe whereby we'll come together, just like Hobo Joe said. This live is to bring people together, bring nationalities together, oneness, promote oneness. That's my aim. The aim of Beacon of Light is to promote oneness, to promote unity. We have people from America here, we have people from Ghana here, we have people from South Africa, people from Eswatini. This channel is a channel for unity. Unity. Rainbow, baby. Today we're talking about belief. Is belief reality, or it's everything made in the head, or it's all in the head? Yeah, that's the thing. Please send a heart me. Just go up there next to my name, up there, and then press that heart to join the tribe so that we form ourselves a community of unity. Emmanuel, go. I'm going to time you guys. Please, let's
Okay,
respect
so
this 5 minutes. Let's respect this 5 minutes, guys, because 16:16 we're ending this live. I will not negotiate whether we're done or not. I will just go boop, gone. So Emmanuel, 5 minutes. Go.
okay, I'll go after Emmanuel.
You can only believe what you do not know. You cannot believe that your mother is your mother. You know that your mother is your mother. However, if you were switched at birth, for example, and then your mother is not your biological mother, that means what you believe is a lie. So our beliefs do shape our reality and therefore our perception. I am still answering Spiwe on the belief part. And then I like to use the radio station as an example because we all grew up around radios. So each and every radio has certain stations that it is able to play. So, for example, in South Africa, we have the radio station called Ukhozi FM. So people who are into traditional Zulu music like umaskandi will like to listen to that radio station. It is the same with thoughts. Your thoughts are sort of coming from a certain radio station. It is the same with beliefs. There are different beliefs. However, the universe is mental, which means whatever that you believe becomes your perception and therefore becomes your reality and therefore becomes your truth, even if it is not the real truth. So it's the law of mentalism, the first law of Hermetic principles. The universe is mental. So if you believe that there's a man who was taken and hanged on a cross and he was being hanged for your sins, that becomes true and that becomes your reality. And then if you believe that that's just an oil, it's just biology, that also becomes your reality and therefore your truth. Why? Because the universe is mental. That is all I can say. Thank you.
Couldn't agree more. Absolutely couldn't agree more with that, man. It is all mental.
True. I also agree. 100%. 100%. Smoking loss. Go. Amazing, Emmanuel. Thank you for that presentation. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Smoking loss, your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave y'all with one of my songs, and I'll just leave it at that. That's okay.
All right.
False prophets and fake gods manipulated being wrote books of religious texts and perpetuated sin, told stories of great battles for souls with the gin and hot Adam to bring forth a woman from his ribs, saying scripts and hieroglyphs written on stone tablets, deciphered by scholars who intend to control the masses, confusing the slave, all of those who never had shit and demonized women like they the cause of all this bad shit. I read them all from the Bible to the Quran, Hermetic texts, Hinduism and Kibulan, Egyptian, Greek, Roman pantheon of the gods, where they took all their deities and aligned them with the stars. Supreme God is the El Honor, Vishnu, the Buddha, Allah, Ra. Let's take a quick view. The Dogon said that they God was like a fish dude. And maybe it's meat out of water and this is fish food. Food for thought, there's the minty halls and ice walls, reptilian, Anunnaki, hollow earth and Titan jaw. I charted stars, been near, back, and seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun, and I'm the son of God. Food for thought, there's the minty halls and ice walls, reptilian, Anunnaki, hollow earth and Titan jaw. I charted stars, been near, back, and seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun, and I'm the son of God. Christ, who is the Hercules? It all depends on what you believe or what you choose to believe. There's also places where people would be about me. Thought from Atlantis or the home of the Anunnaki. The corny and reptiles, some of them you cannot see. Their shape shift, move swift, even the habit box. Children of pure light, some of us call us dark. See celestial beings who some will revere as God. But through dimensions, different planes of existence, I travel through portals that were hidden beneath the pyramid. Text of Marian kings with great beings with wings that seem to establish but most don't want to read, to stick to what they believe. And so it may seem rather be led than lead. Prometheus stole fire, gave it to human beings. The prophecies told of the boys that come deep. Food for thought, there's a Minty Halls and Nights was reptilian, Anunnaki, Hollow Earth, and Titans, y'all. I saw the stars, been there back and seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun, and I'm the son of God. Food for thought, there's a Minty Halls and Nights was reptilian, Anunnaki, Hollow Earth, and Titans, y'all. I saw the stars, been there back. There's nothing new under the sun, and I'm the son of God. They tell me yet that I take these things out of context. Words have meaning for a reason, so this is nonsense. Basically saying what I'm reading is what it's not meant. You got the Rosettas, don't get decipher all this bullshit. I'm impotent, omnipotent, omnipresent. Creator of all who requires worship and reverence. God forbid that you ever to make a devil. King, queens, and peasants. Even the elephants, fuck do they got to do with this? I built me a park and float away from all this foolishness. I mean, the stupid shit. Matter of fact, you come through with this. Go to hell for using my head. Okay, I'm cool with it. Do what you do. You can worship a school of fish. Red fish, blue fish, Dr. Seuss, do little bitch. But do it all when it comes down to the truth of it. Energy's the only forever. Go ahead and Google it. Food for
That's my submission. It's so many things that we've been taught to believe, and you can have a plethora of different belief systems. They'll all be true. It just depends on what you've learned or what you was programmed to believe in life. So I'm going to leave
Dig
it.
it, man.
Amazing, beautiful. Oh my God, I love that. I loved how you addressed everything under the
Everything.
sun. Literally everything. I'm inspired. I think some of the things you sang about, I will include them as topics in my lives moving forward, because I feel like
Please
you just
do.
opened a whole. I think I will. I will. I think he opened a whole rock with a whole ecosystem underneath it, and we have to tackle it one by one. No, that was extremely deep. That was extremely deep. I love. Oh, Usphelele
Heck
Nene,
yeah, I
it's
loved it.
Smoking Loss's song. That's your original work, right? Smoking Loss.
Yes, it's on my page. It's pinned to my page. That's one of the songs.
Right
Pinned.
on, man.
Oh,
You're talented.
okay, everybody, Spelele Nene, please follow Smoking Loss. Everybody, if you're interested in that song, please follow Smoking Loss. It's his original work. Boo, 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 boo. Oh my God. Oh, love it, love it, love it. I'm your cheerleader, my person. I am your cheerleader right now. Love it, love it, love it. Who wants to be next?
Thank you, beautiful.
Before 1616, I don't know. Anybody wants to drop? Sedela wants to come back up. Okay, Spiro
I'll
is
drop so
next.
she
I'll
can
give
come
you
back
5
up and give her
minutes.
submission.
Come
I'll
again,
drop
Smoking
so she
Loss.
can come up. I'll drop so
Okay,
she can come
perfect.
up.
Okay. Okay. Sedera, you're net. No, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm okay. Oh, Sedera is saying she's okay. Okay, fine. Anybody who's interested can come up, can come up, can come up. Okay, it's Pure, you're next. Guys, 5 minutes each. 1616, we are off. So we're left with more than 30 minutes. Don't also wait, it's Pure. Guys, please don't forget to click that heart next to my name to send a heart me, because we're formulating a tribe. We have to be a tribe so that my next live you're notified and you're here and we're growing together as a tribe. So please just click that heart. No one should drop for me, please. No, I don't think he dropped for you today. He was just dropping because he was done. So you can join, but if you're okay, then it's fine. Anybody could join. So next, Spew it. Go, baby!
Yeah, I feel like Jesus is contemplating whether to come and save people or not, and Sidela here is saying, no, thank you, Lord. Please don't drop for me. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for the beautiful topic. And I think we expanded to a lot of different things because believing is not just believing, it touches everything um, in this life that you are having here. You know, I had somebody speaking about believing and knowing, and but I do think that you cannot choose the one over the other. They are all what makes us as we live this life. So during your day, you can identify that there is a combination. There's always a combination of knowing and believing, and sometimes in different spheres of life, you find people saying that at least here in science, we do not just believe. We are we have to test everything. Everything is backed by evidence compared to religion. But that's not really the case. There's a lot of things that are being believed there. And take it for the layman, a layperson doesn't go about finding evidence for things. Once somebody says they are a scientist, then it's easy for you to just believe. And that's belief. So that was just a context where I was looking at when I was looking at believing. But there is somewhat concise, something that is more of like an attachment to some of the beliefs, and I don't blame anyone for that. But there is that belief thingy where it's somewhat a belief that is better than other beliefs, as if for instance, the belief that I was presenting as one of the example that if I were to live here, going somewhere, obviously anything could happen. But I go there believing that I will come back, I will return. I go there believing that whatever I'm going to attain, whatever that I'm going for. Whereas there are a lot of other things that might happen. I might go there and return, but not with whatever I originally went there for. And how is that different from believing in a higher power or any other things? But also, I also wanted to speak about there's other things that were mentioned here about experiences. I think that one of my favorite subjects, because what I've seen about experiences, when people speak about the fact that one of other part of knowing, it's also being confirmed by whatever you have experienced personally. And now, why that is interesting to me is that do you know that we can go through the same thing but come out of it describing it differently? And in a way, when we narrate our experiences, they seem to be different. And even in terms of lessons, you can come up out of that kind of life event, saying different things, teaching different things, and believing different things. So it's always goes back to the question of um, is the truth the same? Those questions of the truth, those questions of whether these things are real or not. I don't have answers, but yeah, I just like going through this chaos. It's so interesting just looking at this chaos, these word salads and all of those things, whether things are the same or not. Um, and and it also brings about a lot of other questions about reality. How different is reality from other people? Are people living in different realities or the same realities, and all of those things? But yeah, but all in all, I just want to thank each and everyone in here for just expanding on this topic and bringing on different perspectives and people bringing their own lived experiences. You cannot discard experiences, and you can't take experiences for granted, because whoever is vulnerable enough to share their own experiences, it means that the space is safe. So thank you, host, for bringing about a safe space for everyone to bring their perspective. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I are you done, Pure? Sorry, am I not cutting your tongue? Put it back. Put it next to it. Hello? Am I
Done.
audible?
Done.
You're done. Oh no. Am I audible, guys?
Yep.
Oh no. I think I'm. Oh,
Yes, you are,
okay.
my dear. You are very loud and clear. I think CPU has just completed the submission.
Okay, perfect. I think, okay, guys, let's say our goodbyes. I'm going to give each 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to give each 3 minutes. 3 minutes to say your goodbyes. And then we cut everything done. Please respect the 3 minutes, guys. I don't want to be late. I beg. Please, please, please. So it's going to be Mshanganisi, say your goodbye. I think Pure has said his goodbye. So it's going to be Mshanganisi, a goodbye. Hobojo, a goodbye. Anuel, a goodbye. And Kuluminam Koboz, a goodbye. So yeah, yeah, yeah. 3 minutes each. Please respect the 3 minutes, guys, or else I'll be late. Thank you.
Allow me to take the first 3 minutes. I'll just say my goodbyes early.
Okay, so it's Hobojo
Uh,
that Mshanganisi. Okay, let's do that. Fine, fine. Yeah, let's go.
okay. Hey, I just want to say thank you first to Beacon of Light for bringing this table together. I couldn't be more pleased with the conversation that's been in this room. The people in this room are on a very similar path as myself. I think we're sharing. Well, we're trauma bonding. We're trauma bonding, and the enlightenment that comes through confirmation of path, and like realizing that there's other people on the same path as you. I think that's invaluable. It's self-confirming. It's confirmation. It's invaluable in this world, and I think that this world is lacking that. One of the things that's been touched on the most here is unity. I have a thing that, all political and religious things aside, there's one thing that we have in common, and that's if we get pricked, we bleed, and if we bleed the same color. As human beings, that is primarily lost on the people level. As human beings, we got to hold ourselves to a little bit different standards than media influenced labels. And when I say media, I include politics and religion. When I find myself subscribing to a label, that's the minute I start questioning whether or not that's right for me. And now labels just don't stick to me anymore. I am of the opinion that we all came from the same energy, and that we return to that energy, and that is source, beginning and end. There's not many places in the universe that a mud ball develops meat sacks that our energy can dwell in, and this opportunity is privilege in its most greatest form. And yeah, being here on this planet, especially during this dispensation, watching the coming of truth and enlightenment, and it's going to be something for the storybooks, man. And I'm just glad that I'm not the only one sitting here watching it. I find myself bearing witness more to everything around me. I'm glad to know that I'm not alone out there, and it's been a pleasure.
Aww. So sweet. Biggie huggy over Joe. That's so sweet. And everybody who's sending gifts. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Pro Bono. Thank you, Spure. Thank you, everybody. And also, guys, don't forget to click the heart next to my name. Yes, we achieved the goal. Let's dance. Okay, I've danced. Please say your goodbyes, and then me, Kulumina Mkopozi. Let's do it. 3 minutes, Mr. Mhlanganisi. Go.
Hayi, siyabonga nkosazana. Hayi, ngeke kusaphela ngisho le 3 minutes ngoba mina manje ngaqala ngathi ngizama ukukhuluma something ngivele kuphunyuka ezinye izinto nje ngivele ngizizwe sengishona le. Yeah, so ngizocela nje ukuthi hayi siyabonga nkosazana. This was very very productive. Ngibonge nabantu akade sinabo ke la ekhaya sihlangene. Yeah, masivukeni bafethu. Sizibone ngaphandle kwemizimba yethu ukuthi ithina lo, like uwedwa kahle kahle. Yeah, amazwi nje athi uwedwa la emhlabeni kahle kahle. Siyeke ukucabanga ukuthi there's something outside of us. Yeah, we just have to learn ukuthi siphile ngothando nje kuphela. Yazi nayizolo khona umfowethu okhulume ngothando nomgobhozi naye washo wayifakaza indaba yothando like kwamampela bafethu. Even nalama chakra umcabanga kwabheka mina mangikhuluma ngawo like mangithi umhlaba i-heart chakra, lokho ngisuke ngizama ukuveza lokho ukuthi kahle kahle la kufanele vele kuphilwe ngothando umhlaba njengoba nawo uyi-heart chakra, siphila kwi-heart chakra nathi. So yeah, ngicela nje ukuyibamba lapho bafethu, sithandaneni siqhubeke sidlulise lelizwi nakwabanye abantwana abasadukile abasafuna ukuzibona, yabona. Yeah, ngicela ukubonga kakhulu, siyabonga.
Wow. Guys, each and every one of you bring us something, and I'm like, wow, everybody. Share my people. Thank you, Emmanuel, for growing the tribe. Yes, as I've said, this thing hurt me. This heart next to my name, it grows the community. In just go and research it. It's something beautiful. We're growing together. It's really amazing. Thank you, Shamim Mhlanganisi Thokoza Mkhulu. This was so amazing, and bengeke kuze kube possible if you were not there with your wisdom, your unending wisdom. So I feel like saying thank you to you, the panel, and you guys, all 13 of you plus, and others, Laba Pumile and all that. Without you guys, it wasn't going to be possible. So let me take this to Baba Mina Mkopozi, 3 minutes Mkulu, and then I say my goodbyes, and then we're done.
Oh, thank you very much once again for the opportunity, and thanks everyone who have submitted their pieces. All the pieces are coming together to bring one big piece that is so lovely, nicely. Thank you very much. My side, I will keep on emphasizing that what you are doing, my lady, it's very much great, and we are in the same journey, doing the same thing with the same goal and the same purpose, and we will enjoy the benefits, all of us, at the end of the day. But what I just need to drop one bomb on everyone's heart right now to say, even if you can look at the existence according to your own and what is the word? Ideologized perspectives. At the end of the day, it doesn't change that we are trying to drive ourselves from outside in, and it should be from inside out. With that, inside out, I'm telling you, no one will see any difference from anyone. I will give you one just big example. If we are in a hall, in a room, which is nice and light inside, and if ESCOM decide to cut the power down, it becomes pitch black. We are all going to take care of each other, making sure that the person next to you is safe, and making sure that you are not stepping onto somebody else's toe in the dark. That's how powerful darkness is when you are driving the existence from inside out. But from outside, you imagine too much because you are exposed to the light, and the light is the same mechanism that is trapping the mind of a human. And if we walk along the street during the night and we see four people coming towards or going the same direction, we are all going to see the people and not determine them according to their language, according to their tribe, according to the color of the skin. Oneness is the only solution that we are left with. We've tried all other options. You can see none of them are succeeding in bringing us together and making us realize that we are a power ourselves again. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Until we meet again.